Hey, so welcome everybody, and we are back into our 2 hours per day of learning to code series. Day 14 today of the current homework. I do think we're about 65% done with it. So hopefully the next few, and I think we're picking up our pace. So hopefully very soon we'll be finished with it and move on to doing the final project for CS50 Web. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm just loading up here the code editor. And again, I'm running here um, um, GitHub cups code spaces. So it's basically a virtual machine running inside of my local VS Code, but everything runs in the server. None of this code actually runs on my computer. Okay, so we have our editor open, and let's see. So the first thing would be to give ourselves a server. So CS um, Python server, and okay, and so I guess the first step is to figure out where we left off yesterday. Um, if I remember correctly, following posts just to why is following not working? Request page. Uh, this is the following HTML. So it's not request type. It's yeah. So request type of following. What's the issue here? Unexpected JSON data. Let's see. It's um, yes, that's user post. What we're doing here. You got it. So yeah, it's not working. I remember now. So it's not working because we're trying to implement this idea of pagination, and our following that HTML doesn't have any of that code in yet. So we're just going to do that later. Let's just deal with the all post view, and which is actually already working, as you could see. Um, so um, yeah, like if we set it, if we say we want to do page 2, then and we reload here, you'll see that it's giving us different posts. Okay. So this is more or less where we left off yesterday. And the idea here is to implement now this navigation at the bottom here so that whenever I push it, it'll change the use state over here of my page number, and it will reload the um, it'll reload um, yeah, I think it'll reload this use effect. So it'll reload um, what am I looking at here? This is the post feed. Um, Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit complicated. A couple things running in my mind. We have like in JavaScript a function style. You can do a dot this, so maybe that's what should be for the on-click property of this one. It should be each of them should have some type of data inside of them that we could use JavaScript to extract that data, and then that should be sent as part of our. Um, I mean, it should really be sent as part of our request here. Request. Yeah, we have this request page here. And so we should be sending something called request page. So let's try to send that. Okay. I just want to say hello to Shivang Signed. I think Shivang's you've been commenting here on the live stream for a few days already, maybe even more, maybe a week or two, I don't know. But welcome back. And you're asking here a couple days back. Yeah, so there was a few days back I couldn't make the live stream. I had like this crazy allergy and whatnot. It was like very hard for me. I was taking medication, so it was very hard for me to just to talk and everything. I had to cancel it. But listen, even if we miss a day here and there, the important thing is to show up the next day. So hopefully now we have a nice sequence of days that we're showing up to code. Fine. So the first thing here is when I click on number one, for example, um, right now it's not doing anything. Okay, let's take number two, for example. Um, I want to be able to click that, and when I do, it should update. It should do a few things. It should update. Um, it should update our page number. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to look up a lecture from a while ago. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a feature here which is something simple. I just remember the syntax. There's a way to store the value here um, for each of these. Um, but yeah, basically we should have here, I think, three different returns, depending on the value of page number. So if we are on page one, um, then we should render something that doesn't have these arrows. It just has one, two, three, whatever. And it shows number one is active, obviously. I think we could even do it here. Um, um, let's see. let's see, active button in Bootstrap. Hey Shivang, thanks for your wishes. Wishing you the best as well. I hope that you're finding some type of a value from watching my videos. And if you are in your coding journey as well, I'm wishing you the best. And yeah, okay. So how do we do this? I'm trying to figure out. Um, um, yeah. So I'm seeing here some type of um. Let's see. No, that doesn't work right away. It's not working. So um, button tags. So it should be active. So so they're not adding it to the li, they're adding it to the a tag. So I think maybe like this. Let's see. Class. So no, not that. Um, so let's try button primary. I don't know, but these are not buttons. So um, bootstrap pagination. Yeah, this one. So we want this one. Um, okay, I think this is correct. Let me see again. Yeah. Yeah, so now we have like some um uh, we have some of this here. One second. Um so again, let's just start writing some of this logic here. Now we're not going to finish all of it at once, but so we get it one little step closer here. So what we want to say here is if page number equals 1, then we will return something inside there. Um, I wonder if we have an else if in JavaScript. Elif. Else if, yeah. So if page number is all of this, and then over here, else if page number equals 2, and I'm sure there's other ways of doing this also, like the case. I guess like the different cases in Python, you have a similar thing you could do also. So yeah, else if page number is um, so if the page number is equal to the number of pages, so that means that we're on the last page, right? Number of pages. So then we have to return something different, okay? Else, so if we're neither in the beginning nor the end, else um, we're going to return something else. Okay, so this more or less is how our conditional should be for the paginator. So again, um, if we are on page 1, there should not be a previous. This span here should go somewhere else. And this active tag will go to here. I think kind of like this. I'm not sure what the span does, so I might just take that out soon. 2, 3, let's see. Um, that's like the beginning there. I think that there are more conditionals we might need to add here. I don't know if you know a better way of doing this, let me know. Um, but I think like if the total number of pages is the same, if the total number of pages is one, then we shouldn't render these other two here. Now I don't know if there's a simpler way of doing it other than having here 10 different conditionals. Um, maybe there isn't a way, I don't know. But like if page number equals one, if number of pages, if num pages if the number of pages equals one as well, then return um yeah, so return something inside here. So the page number one, and so then we only return the one, and we don't have two and three. And next would be disable just for style. Okay. Um, so that's the first one. If number of pages equals one, we're going to return all this. Now we can say else if the number of pages equals 2. So we return this. Okay. So we just take out the 3. We take out the 3, and next would be again disabled. Okay, and then one more, I think. I know this is getting a bit like a handful here. Else if the number of pages equals 3, so then return wait return all this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And like so. Um, so we're returning we just need to add here now number 3. And then for the last case would be else like that. Okay. I think that makes sense. Now let's see if we're actually catching the number of pages here. So the post feed here has this whole thing here. Data.user posts. Hmm. Yeah, so let's see, the number of pages here will be 2. So we can test it out. You see, now we have this. Now if the number of pages equals true, um, next should be disabled. That's a DLI. Okay. So like so. And if the number of pages is 3, so that's what it would look like. Okay. And if it was more than 3, like 4, okay. So now we see the next. So that's more or less the behavior. Um, right. So that's more or less the behavior. Now what we could do here is now we're going to fill in the value of page number. Um, so if the page number is equal to 1, um, so over here, we're just going to write in here page number. Page number plus 1. And over here, page number plus 1, page number plus 2, and we have the same functionality. Okay. Now what happens if my page number is 2? Let's see. Okay, so we see that it changes a bit. Um, and so all these conditionals here, this massive amount of conditional here for the return, up to the blue bracket, up to here, no, yeah, up to here. So this whole part here is only for when the number of pages equals 1. Um, okay. Um, Okay, so if the number of pages, so that this is this, that's that. Otherwise, if the number of pages, the page number equals the number of pages, um, so it'll always have a previous one. It'll always have a page number minus 2. If the page number, one second, if the page number equals the number of pages, the page number is equal to the number of pages, and if page number equals the number of pages, let's go back. So here, if page number um, equals 2, return yeah, so if the page number equals the number of pages, it means we're on the last page. And if the page number is equal to 2, then we should have a previous, which is enabled. Okay, and then we should have a page number minus a1, and then we should have a page number as current, yes, and then we should get rid of this one and disable that last one. Disabled. So it should look like this, right? And then if we're on page 1, if we're on page 1, if page number equals 1, if number of pages equals 1, um, if number of pages equals 2, so we're returning this, we're returning, so we're returning this, and this one is page number +1, okay. Yeah, like so, and then the next and the previous are disabled. Um, if if we go into 2, page 2 here would give us this, so that makes sense. Maybe previous should also be disabled actually. Um, so if the page number is equal to the number of pages, if page number equals 2, this will be um, disabled. Okay, like that. Yeah. Else if page number equals 3. I'm like butchering this code right now. I'm sure there's a better way other than using an infinite amount of else if else's. If the page number is 3, we want to have page number as active. We want to have this over here as well. -2. So this would be 1, 2, 3. Disable, disable. Let's see. We said if the page number is 3, yeah, so it looks like this. Okay, so these are all the extreme cases, right? Now let's see if we have like 10 and 10. So as if page number equals 1, else if page number equals the number of pages, the page number is 2 or 3. Else return here. So again, this is the last page for any other number that one other than 1, 2, 3, right? Like if page number equals 4, for example, which I hopefully, yeah, so page number will be 4, let's say, or even 5. Let's try 5. 4 or 5 would mean that the next item is still disabled. Um, the one right before that will be the current, and that's going to be page number. The one before that is going to be page number -1. We're going to have another one, page number -2, and the previous will even be enabled. So see how that looks like. Okay, let's take a look. So I think this makes sense. Um, Now let's look at the other cases. So let's go toggle now. Let's try 10, for example. And this is a test. We're going to test everything from 5 to back from 5 to 1 afterwards. You see 10, 9, 8, and it looks correct. Now, what if we were on page 5? That would be page 5, for example, where we have something that looks like this. Now, this is almost becoming like an infinite amount of conditionals here. Okay. Okay. Four, three, two, so 2. If um, um, So I don't know if we should be using a switch statement here. Um, I don't think so. So if, um, so let's see, if um, the page number minus 1, so if page number minus 1 less than 1, what does that mean? If the page number minus 1 is not 1, so it's 0, let's say, um, so that probably means that we're at the beginning here. And at the beginning, we should return this. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like any of this code. I'm just gonna start over. I mean, we're probably onto something here, but it's just crazy code. Like, I'm not interested. Let's see. Yeah. So let's start over the paginator. Here's our basic paginator. Um, let's see some ideas here. CS50.ai. I'm feeling very stuck today. Um, Yeah, so I'm getting the idea here. I think it's going to be a much, much shorter code than what we had before, which is good news. Basically, we need to write some type of conditional here to give us our return. I guess similar to what we wrote on the map here. Um, to generate array of page numbers, array from method or the map function to generate elements from an array. Um, Turn new array which fits. How do I turn this? How do I turn this into an array? This is only one option. This is assigned for array so it can be directly used with an integer. If links finally use my array of page numbers. Um, what are they talking about? Okay, so paginator, let page numbers um, equals um, array dot from um, basically, once use like this super complicated syntax here to make an array of the page numbers. Now the length should be like this, obviously. Um, okay, and now we want to iterate over all this. So the return might be quite similar to over here. Yeah. Away from um, okay, so we're returning this div. Inside of the div, we have, I guess, page numbers dot map. And for each page, um, yeah, so the first thing I want to return here, let me go back. So the first thing I want to do here is decide whether this should be on or not. So the way to do that is using the syntax here. My class equals page item equals all of this. Okay. If my page number is equal to 1, then it's going to be disabled. Yes. That's it. Um, Now we want to have something like this. And basically what I want to do is um, put this over here as well in the last one. I want to have this last one here, DLI. I do think I should take this out here. The next. So all it's saying is that if page number is equal to the number of pages, okay, we should set this to the next to disabled. Okay, so that looks good. And now what we want to map over is basically everything that's in the middle. Um, yes, I'm noticing here that the spec that the homework is asking for is a lot simpler than what I'm trying to implement here. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna do it word for word how they are asking. Doesn't say anything about having multiple options here. It just says a previous and a next. That's it. So I think that's how we're gonna do it. on any page that displays posts. Posts should only be displayed 10 at a time. If there are more than 10 posts, a next button should appear. Okay. If not on the first page, a previous button should appear. Okay, so this seems a lot easier now to implement. So let's just get rid of the whole paginator here. Just gonna copy this. Okay. Okay. Um, so we're only gonna have three cases basically. One is if the page number um, yes, we have um, yeah, it's a lot easier what we're trying to do now. So basically, we're just asking the question: is the page number um, um, yeah, I'm gonna simplify this even more actually. Let's take out the conditional. Let's take out the conditional and go like this. Okay. Um, so for disabled, based on whether the variable is true or false, display React. Okay. So this is how they want us to do. They want us to have a previous, a next, and the page number. Why is that all messed up now? Ah, the post feed lost something. Oh, right there. Yeah, so this is how it should look. Basically, it's just a little menu, very simple. Previous, next, and whatever the current page number is. Um, Now, even in the class, um, I'm gonna just take this out. Yeah, I guess class page link. Okay. Okay, so, and then if we go on previous, if we go to one, then more or less this should be the behavior. Okay, so now all we have to do is write a conditional here in our class here. And the way to do that we saw is, I think it looks something like this, right? Let me see exactly what the syntax was. So it'll say page item, which that was already in there. Um, yeah, it'll say page dash item, and then we'll put in here um, when the page number of the li is disabled. Yeah, so page item, and then we put that in. And if the page number equals 1, then we're going to write in here disabled, else it's going to be blank. And I think that's should be what it should be. And we're going to write something similar up here in the class for here. For this whole class, if the page number equals the number of pages, then it's disabled. Otherwise, let it be. And so now if we reload here, um, so it's not working. Um, li. Ah, because it's class name it needs. Class name. Let's try it up there as well. Class name. No, that's not it. No, it's not working. Let's go back. Okay, maybe because it has to be props dot page number. Props dot page number. Um, and props dot num pages. Let's try that. So it should be saying here um, class name. Let's see the way it is though, and let's just um, this is what the whole class should be. Okay. And I don't think we need to add it like this. Um, okay. At the bottom, class. All right, so it seems better. So anyways, we're gonna have page item, and then if our props dot page number equals 1, it's gonna say disabled. And if our props dot page number equals the number of pages, it's also gonna say disabled over there. And so let's try it again. And so now it works nicely. And so let's test this. So if we have 2 pages and we're on the first page, our next button will be available. Um, okay. And if we were to be on page 2, so our previous is available, this one is not. And if we're on page 2 out of 4, let's say, then the previous and the next are all available. So this is, I believe, what they are asking in the homework. On any page that displays post, push should only be displayed 10 on a page. If there are more than 10 posts, the next button should appear to take the user to the next page of posts, which should be older than the current page of posts. If not on the first page, a previous button should appear to take the user to the previous page of posts as well. See hints how to do this. So that's the whole pagination. Now we have to actually make it work. So I think this is in terms of the behavior of these buttons, I think we are correct over here. Um, okay. Now, can I add an on-click attribute to um, each option? Props dot set page number. So I think that, for example, will be over here. So we would have an on-click would be equal to the function set page number of page number -1, and then on click set page number of page number +1. Um, okay, so that's that. So we might have to call the okay. I want to make another thing here, another function. I'm going to call it handle paginator. It's going to take an argument of page, and it's going to do a couple of things. Um, so I do want it to set the reload, so I'll leave that as it is. Now my post feed, let me see. I wonder if my post feed takes as an argument this set reload. Yeah, it does. On reload, handle reload. Let's see. So our post feed has um, props dot handle reload. I guess we could do that. No. Let's go back. Um, props, props. Basically, what we're trying to do here is to um, to set, yeah. So basically, what we're trying to do here is, where is it? The page number from here. So what I want to run is, and I'm already passing this to the paginator, this set page number function. So what I want to do is onClick, onClick equals set props dot set page number to props dot page number, which was here. Okay. Props dot page number -1. That will be my onclick. My onclick for the next one. It's not going to have an onclick. And up here, +1. Let's reload here and see what error we get. Props is not defined. It's not defined. So then we just use set page number. Oh, pros. I wrote pros, not props. 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 Let's see. Still getting a mistake here. Pagination. We are back. Hey, okay, so let's try again. So this is returning an error. So let's see, is this code correct? And outside of currently they should be functions, but right now they're being executed immediately. Huh? They are right now they're being executed immediately. I got it, because it's just got it. Um, so it should be inside of a function inside of a function. Um, so my onClick should be set page number li. It's my whole onClick should be this. Yeah, so it's a function. Yeah. Page item, everything looks okay. And then the second onClick down here should be this. onClick. Let's see if that's better. Much better. Okay. So, and if we go down here, it's 1. Fine, it's 1. So I think the next step is that we always gonna want to start the page on page 1. I think that makes sense. But the number of pages, we want to set that once we load our use effect here. And so our request page number, set post feed, and then set the number of pages, set post feed to data.userPosts, um, and we want to have a set number of pages too, and we are returning this from the post engine num pages. So that would be data dot num pages. Let's try again. And we see that we have this available here, this next. And 3, we have 4 pages. 4 pages total we have. So even when the class name is disabled, I'm still to click. The disabled class in Bootstrap is used for styling purposes and does not actually disable the click functionality. If you want to prevent the click when the page number is at its limits, you can add a condition on your onClick function. Here's a pseudocode example. Um, okay. So the onClick here needs to have a conditional. So the onClick props. So we're saying that if props dot page number is greater than 1, then we can set props set page number to this. Otherwise, we're going to set it to null. And we want to say something similar down here. So if props dot page number is less than props dot num pages. So if props of page number is less um, props of page number is less than props dot num pages, then we can run this function here of setting the page number to +1, else null. Okay. So we see here 2, 3, 4, and now 4 doesn't do anything. If we go back, previous, the previous one now doesn't do anything. Very nice. So the last thing that we have to do is actually reload the post feed to reflect the page that we want. So right now you'll notice where this hello world from June 4, 10:58, and when we change the page 2, nothing changes here. So I think the easiest way to do that is to add the page number as a dependency on the use effect. I think that would be the easiest. And so it would be props.reload. And the post form page number equals page number. And so that would be props dot and this is an array, so we can add here a few things. Props dot page number. So let's see again. Yeah, so we're passing this from somewhere else. So 1 second. Maybe just even page number actually, because it's being declared inside of its parent. So it could be that it has access to it. Saying no. No. Yeah, but that reload is in the parent. That's why it's able to access it easily. So it could be that we need to find a way how to pass that on. Okay. Post feed, main React window. This is throwing an error here. Let's see again. Yeah, so let me just try one more thing here in the use effect. We have props of page number, and it's not throwing an error right now, which could mean that it's working now. So again, we have here test 3 1058, and we still have the same issue. No, it's not reloading it. And we do know that we have 4 pages there, just like that. So let's see how we can do this. Ugh. Um, um, function. So Um, it seems like you're trying to fetch posts from a server and update your state variables accordingly. Yes. Your code looks mostly good, but I notice that you're using props.page number in your use effect dependency, but you're not using it anywhere in your use effect function. Um, okay. So is this code correct? Yeah. So according to this, it should be correct. Let's see. Let's type in next. So maybe the mistake is inside here somewhere. Prop a page number. Yeah, so I think it's working now actually. Um, yeah, finally. So I'll delete that test. So yeah, look, now it's really working. Like when I um, click over here, if I reload it, right, we're on page one. When I click on all posts, we're on page one. And if I put on page two here, the posts are changing, like from May 27, 10:56. Next, May 26, 7 a.m. You see it's working now. All the way to May 23rd. Okay, so it's working well, I believe now. We click on all posts again. It takes us back to the first page. Um, so that's it for the all posts. Let's see in over here. Um, yeah, we're basically going to have to implement a paginator as well. Okay, so I think I'm realizing we almost 2.5 hours here, so I think we'll stop here. We have the paginator working for some of the pages, or at least for the main page. I'd like to get it to work also for the other ones. So for test two, um, basically all I'm getting to here is that perhaps eventually I should really just have one post feed component. Um, maybe, I don't know. Otherwise, I need to recycle a lot of this code here. Like the user profile, for example, returns. Um, I mean, it really does return this. It really does return a list of posts. Um, so maybe our post feed, it should be a universal post feed, which doesn't matter if it's in the main page or in the user profile, etc. Doesn't matter. It'll work the same way, and we don't have to copy paste all this code again. So I think the way to do that is we're gonna have to add an argument here to the post feed, and the argument is gonna be similar to the request type. And so only our post feed element will actually fetch into our post engine. So that's, I think, the optimization for the next coding session. Until then, be well and see you in the next session.